Kent, how you doing this evening? He says, hey, yo. I had a little bit of difficulty getting the live stream to start. How's everybody doing this evening? Who do we have? You have to pardon. I'm just now getting to eat my dinner. How's everybody doing this evening? So Kent here. Yeah, I see Kent. Can you hear me? Let's see here. Live. All right. I can see myself now. I can see me. So who do we have here this evening? All right. Oh, shoot, I don't have a video for tomorrow. Shout out to all the replay watchers. Replay gang. Say what's up down in the chat. In the comments down below. Item said, what's up, big fella? May God continue to bless you and your family. Thank you, sir. Right back at you and yours. I made some chicken legs. I put them in the oven. I had to phone it in today. But I did use some Uncle Steve shake on this. Pretty good. I'm not a big chicken leg fan. So, this is like, Dave, what's going on, man? How you doing this evening? I am, crap, there it is. I say, where's my face? So like I said, what's up, Angela? How you doing? I'm just getting to eat my dinner. Have some chicken legs. Or I have a chicken leg in front of me. So I made chicken legs and sweet potatoes because those were two things I could put into the oven and walk away. Blind man cooking. He said, what's up, all? Nothing much. Dave, how you doing this evening? I'm in the midst of eating my dinner. I'm trying to, at least. I have a chicken leg. I did not make a sweet potato I did not prepare a sweet potato. I made chicken legs and sweet potatoes for dinner in the oven because I had a baseball game to go to with Taste Tester number 2 this afternoon. He was playing today, so I wanted to make sure that dinner was done by the time my wife got home. So I put it in the oven before I left out. And I'm just now getting to eat. How is everyone doing this evening? Hey, Kent, you still there? Thanks for hanging out with us last week. Appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you hanging out. So what is going on? Everybody's quiet tonight. I'm eating my dinner live. Thanks, Grumpus. I'm eating my dinner. Grinding meat. Greg, how you doing this evening? Grinding meat. Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. I'm trying to... Alright. Got some ice in my cup. So I can pour into into my cup. So we got the jar ready tonight. We got a good old-fashioned clear going on tonight. So we are... Ooh, buddy. What's the name of your line? Oh, no, grind over... I was talking about grinding over matter. So Bumpy hit me up yesterday. Or... Actually, it wasn't... So Bumpy posted something on Instagram. And my reply was grind over matter to him. And then he sent me a message and he said, hey, that's what we should talk about tomorrow. All of the obstacles that you have to deal with inside and outside of barbecue. And I'm like, all right, let's talk about grinding over matter. You know, it's a kind of a play on the mind over matter. If it don't mind, they don't matter. You know, one of those type things. But you know, the grind is real. Greg says he's doing good. Got offered an executive chef job, so the wheels are turning. Nice. Blind man says, hey, Grumpus. But I'm sure Grumpus maybe saw that. Alright. I was thinking that we might have to make a Popeyes run later because I'm not a fan of chicken legs. I'm just not. I think I had too many chicken legs when I was a kid. It's just not my thing. Grinding laws. I don't even know what that is. Grumpus, you over there creating new Texas slang? Oh, buddy. We're going to have a lively second hour. I missed the cup. Conro Pyro says, I uploaded my Easter barbecue video. Also did a fireworks show for the family. Cool. Obstacles on the wife's side. Grumpus has a way about him, I swear. It just tickles me pink. Bumpy. He said, hey, yo, what up, Dash and everybody? Bumpy, I was just talking about how the title of the live stream tonight was You're Doing. So I was saying that Bumpy posted, I guess they were reels on Instagram of like a meal prep, it seemed like. And I replied to him, grind over matter, and then you replied to me with we should talk about hurdles in barbecue. So yes, I figured grind over matter. If we were talking about grinding over matter, I knew I could find an image out there. So I found an image cropped in, and boom, grind over matter. Every now and again, when I talk about something that I won't say I know I can find an image of, as opposed to me just being like, "What about today? I'm gonna hold my head this way on the thumbnail," or whatever, wherever I am. So this evening, when I was doing the thumbnail for this, I was actually laying in bed. So I was like, yeah, I don't think y'all want to see me with my head on the pillow. So I found an image that said grind over matter. Terry, how you doing? Back it up, Terry. KB, how you doing? I need to find something else more to eat than just a chicken leg. Jeremy said, yo, what's up? How's it going? Nothing much, man. It's going. It goes. It is Wednesday. And it is Wednesday evening. So we are in the, I'll say the tail end, but we're on the, yeah. Terry says, I'm here but exhausted. Terry, how you feeling, man? Can somebody remind me I need to get sugar when I go to Sam's tomorrow? I need to write it on the list. I have some chicken wings I need to do for someone tomorrow. So we need 2 packs. Chicken wings. And some sugar. Is there anything else I need while I'm going to Sam's tomorrow? We have pans. Anything else anybody can think of? Feels good. Now I'm taking care of my wife. She just had surgery. Nice. I notice I tire easily. Yeah. Schedule a text to myself. Well, I can't because I'm on my phone. So I can't use my phone to schedule said text. But yeah, biscuits. I actually have some biscuits in the freezer. Though that was funny. Way to call that one back. All right, so Angela says, all right, Bumpy, you started this. Let's get it started. Pick up some skinny jeans. My not skinny butt does not fit in skinny jeans. I won't say never have, never will, but we're just going to let that be as it is. No need to further explain and go down that rabbit hole and or try to elicit that into your imagination. Anyway, so what's a hurdle that you have had to overcome to get your barbecue done? And I'll tell you what, man, I won't say lately, some of my, so Bumpy says, man, cooking food around your day job is some BS. Yeah. So in the beginning, when I started the first year I started doing barbecue, I was doing barbecue. Sorry. I've been up since 3:30 this morning. I don't know why. I woke up at 3:30 this morning, was like, bing. And then I was able to go back to sleep. And then it was 4:30, and I was still like, bing. And then my wife had to get up early, so I woke her up at 4:45, and I proceeded to still lay in the bed until 10 after 6. Yeah. I'm supposed to be logged on at AKB. We're not counting those. I'm supposed to be logged on at 6. This was just I just could not. I couldn't get in the gear this morning. Anyway, but that first year, 2014, when I launched my my company, I made it Facebook official and created a website and a Twitter handle and Instagram, all of those things I did in 2014. Gosh, next year it'd be 10 years I've been at this now. I think about it. Anyway, that first year I was doing it part time, and I was doing it part time, but had to also get up and go to work first thing in the morning. Like I was at my desk at again 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. That's usually when I like to go into work because I have to pick my kids up in the afternoon. So that was a negative yawn. So, but I did that. I did the the barbecue thing nights and weekends for the entire year of 2014. Then I got laid off, and then 2015 I was able to do barbecue full time. But it was still while being a dad, a father, a husband, a taxi driver, dropping kids off, picking kids up from school. So my life got in the way. Um, my life got in the way of barbecue more so than my job did. I tell you what, man, I am not that person that follows football, especially all year round. I watch from the season opener until the season is done. I just don't have. Look again. This is what I'm talking about. My life gets in the way of me being able to do things like watch the draft. I don't. I am a fan, but I am not that invested. I have other things going on in my life where I just can't spend that much time figuring out who like. I'm not a big college football fan, so I really don't know who these players are until they get to the NFL. If they get to the NFL, so there's that. Bumpy says, "Preach, life gets in the way." RXTX, what's going on? How you doing this evening? Mm. I'm not a fair weather fan because I am a fan. I just again I have other things to do. I have other things aside from football. Like I am a fan, and I wouldn't say a fair weather fan because a fair weather fan to me is the person that only roots for the team once they get to the playoffs or once they get to a Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden they're excited. No, sir. I mean that I rock and I represent my Eagles every day, almost all day, every day. Um, so I am a fan. I'm just not in that in. I'm not in that deep. Like I have other things to keep track of aside from what number draft pick we had and what college the draft pick came from and where he what position he's going to play. I got other things to do, man. Like seriously. Uh nice. Angela said ironically I have on my OG SDS shirt today right now. Yes, that is a throwback. My shirts, the ones that I have that are similar to that one, have gotten so thin from me wearing them all the time. I mean, I think I have 4 or 5 of them maybe, and I used to wear them on a rotation, different shirt every day, wash them on the weekend or wash them on the 4th day or 5th day, and put them back on and start the new rotation. Same way with my hoodies. So I have hoodies. I have this black hoodie. I have a gray hoodie, and then I ordered some shirts from uh, it's called what's that place called? Spring Teespring, and recently, and I'm not happy with the print on the hoodies. I have a long sleeve T-shirt. The print on that long sleeve T-shirt looks great. The print on the I have a long sleeve like sweatshirt. Not a fan. Uh, might have to gets in the way of my want to life. Yeah, Grumpus, definitely. His dad seems to so supportive. Was that always the case? What was the turning point? Family is a hurdle. Family is a hurdle, and she. I want to say she seems more supportive um, I don't know. I I wish it was more supportive uh, at times, and then there's other times where she can be very supportive. It's just it's hard to explain. Um, there are times when I could be struggling with something, but the problem is I just put my head down and I focus and I get it done. I figure it out. And there are times when I would like for someone to just say, "Hey, do you need a hand? Hey, can I help you?" But more often than not, I'm doing my cooks in the middle of the night to stay out of everyone's way. And those are the times when I could use a hand. But everyone else is off doing their own things. Yeah. So it falls back on me. So it can be a very vicious cycle, that catch 22 where I do things at night to not bother anyone else, or I do things when I do things because it's convenient for me to not inconvenience anyone else, but it would be nice to have help getting some things done from time to time. So, though she is supportive and my family is supportive, there are times when I could really use some support. I don't know how else to say that. That is very cyclic. I know. Angela said when I was still employed with SDSBBQ. I mean, Angela helped me out with a couple events, and I'm so very appreciative. Um, Definitely. Watch what you say. Don't let Bumpy get me his dad salty. No, no. And trust me, I want to say I'm careful with what I say and how I say it, but at the same time, I mean, it really comes down to she is supportive. I mean, I definitely, it's definitely supportive. Is but at the same time, so case in point, um, she has to go away tomorrow for work, and she's going away for just a day. I mean, she's just got to get up tomorrow morning, drive to Richmond, and she'll be back tomorrow night. So when I got home from um, Taste Tester number two's game, I went to the game, waited for him after school, after the game. They have to travel back to the school all together as a team, and then they can leave from the school. I went with him to Burger King. It's Burger King across the street from school. He's like, I didn't eat anything. Can I go get something to eat? All right, cool. Waited for him, then came home. I came home, I checked on the dinner. All right, cool. Everything cooked fine. Great. I go upstairs. Well, she's laying in bed. And she's like, can you come late, late with me before you have to do your live stream? Well, mind you, it's like 7 o'clock. And I hadn't eaten anything. So I get home and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to eat, then get ready for the live stream, do what I have to do. And she said, well, can you lay down with me? Because, I'm going to be getting up in the morning. And I'm like, I just told you, and I let her know. I said, hey, I got to go to Sam's and get some chicken wings. I have wings I have to cook tomorrow for, a customer. And she's like, well, is there, can you just, she's like, well, you're not going to start them before you take taste test number 3 to school. I'm like, I kind of hoped I was, actually. I was like, if I have the wings, I can start them before I have to take her to school. And about while, she's at school, more or less, the wings will be cooking. Or like while I take her, the wings will be cooking. Less I have to do, less I have to monitor, right? So I'm like, all right, I need to go to Sam's. She's like, but then you have your live stream and I won't get to see you and I won't. I'm like, I proceed to get in bed, lay down. We start watching the movie. So now I have to get up in the morning after I take taste test number 3 to school and get my chicken wings and hope that they have chicken wings tomorrow morning and that I can get them. So yes, she's very supportive, but yes, she also can be a hindrance. Jimmy, how you doing this evening? Jimmy, oh, here it is. Jimmy, I don't think you're behind, but this is good old clear tonight. Excuse me? Uh, the gas station opens at 6 a.m. and the inside of Sam's doesn't open until 8. Why? No, you're fine. I'll get them. I'll just, like I said, I'll get them after. If I'm gonna say, if worst case scenario, I could probably go to Restaurant Depot first thing in the morning, but I don't really want to go in there first thing in the morning, and I'll have to buy a whole case of wings versus the 2 packs of wings that I need. But I appreciate the offer. Thank you. Taste tester number 1 is trying to help out. Hog says perseverance. U.S. Marine Corps. That's Semperfi. I'm gonna say Semperfi. I've been doing it. I've been doing Duolingo, so I've been like Spanish is on my mind. Coach Babes. All right, Coach Babes Barbecue says grind over matter. Yes, indeed. I get it. You said a word. Yep. Chocolate Thunder says, "Are you licensed?" I sell barbecue, but I'm not licensed. I look like to do. Wait. I'm sorry. I haven't drunk that much. Maybe he just is trying to say I'd like to do festivals, but someone told me you have to be licensed to do those. So Chocolate Thunder, I have a business license. I don't have a vending license. So I don't sell food to the general public. What I would recommend is you might have to figure out what licenses you're going to need for whatever festivals you're going to try to do. But I'm gonna say there are exceptions, but there are instances when you can get like a temporary vendor's license, something along those lines, on a per use type basis. So it kind of depends on what you need for where you are. Jimmy says, I'm sorry I'm late. Had a granddaughter's ball game. Yep. Even heard I had to have a special kind of kitchen. So I said, screw it. Didn't bother with the license. Chocolate Thunder, I'm guilty. And yes, it's called a commissary kitchen. Asante, how you doing this evening? Yeah, he said he'll catch up. Starving Pig, what's up, Darnell? How you doing this evening? 68 Boston update. No, man, we need the Sixers to win. Come on now. See, now, I will admit I am a fair weather fan for the Sixers because I'm not a big basketball fan. I am more of a basketball fan when my kids are playing than I am about professional basketball. And a lot of that stems from the fact that I can't watch the Sixers on TV, usually because I'm doing something almost every single night. I mean, the Sixers play, 4 to 5 games a week? I can't. I have other things to do. There's no way I can sit down and just watch a game. Now, you know what I do? They have TV on your phone, Angela says. Yes, but I'm not going to sit down. I can't sit down for 3 hours to watch, 4 hours to watch a basketball game. No. What I was getting at, or what I was about to say was, even with NFL games, with the Eagles games, because I work on Sundays, and if I can't get the game on my phone, like to stream it on my phone or try to listen while I'm at work, I am not above watching the 10 to 15 minute highlights on Monday morning or late Sunday night on YouTube. Like, not at all. Asante says there are event specific permits. Yes, definitely. That was one of the things I dealt with when I was cooking at my kids' school. They are in my daughter's school. She goes to school in Howard County, or currently does, and Howard County, Maryland. and I had to talk with the Howard County, I guess it's the health department. I guess it was. I don't even know, like whatever their licensing, whoever held or dealt with the licensing for that specific special event. I had to deal with them and tell them what my plan was and everything like that. And you know, I had to bring my smokers on site and use the commercial kitchen at the school. So yeah, all of those things. Bubby said another hurdle being in limbo between getting an LLC certification or not. So get an LLC. Definitely get an LLC because that provides some insulation between you and your personal, I won't say finances. So if something happens and someone wants to come after you or your business, they can come after your business. And I mean, my business is broke for the most part. I have a few assets in my business name, but I mean, if something were to happen and someone, you know, that this we live in a country where people want to sue first and ask questions later, create an LLC first and foremost. Get that done. The LLC will provide some insulation for you, and also when or if you get those events where people want to pay a business or pay to your business, you can create and have a business checking account. That business checking account will mean that you can actually accept funds from from those places that will write your business a check. That event where I did for 500 people, they wrote a business to my check, or they wrote a check to my business. And had I not, or if I did not have a business checking account, I would have to figure out a means, like probably have to go to some, you know, shady check cashing place that would want to take X number of percent of my dollars that I can't afford. But no, because I have a business checking account that I seem to only deposit one check in a year. So, um, yeah, I mean, there are just some places that still pay you via check. There's some places that, you know, and that is one of those things where one of those last vestiges, if you will. Yeah. Jimmy says, so did I miss someone? My nephew looks a little down. No, 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 I'm good. I'm tired. Have had a long day. Mhm. Actually had a good day, Jimmy. Real good day. Productive day. And I got some clear today. It was a good day. Really good day. Bring the Smoke says, hey, yo, what's going on, man? How you doing? Bring the Smoke says, how's everyone doing tonight? Fantastic. I want someone to give me a business for it. Give me a business for a check. Man, shut up. Ho Justice, what's cooking, Dash? Nothing much, man. How you doing? Tyron, how you doing this evening, man? What's up with you? Tyron says, Dash, what is good? Nothing much, man. Chilling, chilling, chilling. Hojo says, evening, Randy. Oh man, I'm good. I'm just like there's so much I want to do, but I'm just like I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. There's want, there's need, there's drive, there's ambition, and there's reality. There's not enough hours in a day for a lot of the things I want to do and sometimes want to accomplish. Um, so there's that. Hey, if you have not already hit that thumbs up, please, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could. So I know I've been doing a whole bunch of talking about hurdles and other things that kind of get in the way or can impose speed bumps, be those mountains or molehills. What's something else that you guys have found or that you have found possibly with working or in your business that has caused a little bit of a hindrance when it comes to barbecue? I know that of course, I say life. Life is the biggest one for me, that has gotten and made it, I won't say challenging, but at the same time, life is also very rewarding. I mean, like, I won't say I don't want for anything, but it is what it is. Yep, there you go. Jimmy nailed it. He says life is short and time is precious, so live your best life. That's it. So I want to say a lot of times I choose to do family things over barbecue, or I put family things before barbecue. And I swear, a lot of people don't understand that. And I'm like, how can you not get it? One of the other things too, I find that a lot of people don't understand, specifically when I shoot videos or when I post videos, is the majority of the time when I'm posting a video, I'm not posting a video just because I'm cooking because I'm cooking. I'm posting a video cooking because I'm getting paid to cook. So a lot of times when people say, "Oh, you should do this or you should do that," and I'm like, I don't just cook randomly. I don't just go and, excuse me, buy, a $50, $75, $100 brisket to cook it, to experiment with a different type of seasoning. I'm going to cook that brisket the way I know I like it, because I'm not wasting that money. My business takes care of itself. So I I try not to mix my personal money in with my business, nor be wasteful when it comes to uh, my personal finances mixing with my business. I don't know how to explain that. When you're going to take the chat to your garage. So, Hojo, I've talked about this, I don't say recently, but I don't have power in my garage right now. Um, right at Christmas, right after Christmas, we had a huge windstorm, and there was a tree that knocked down the power line to my garage, and I have to run a new power line out to my garage, and this time I'm going to bury it. So I just haven't. It's been cold, and I've had stuff to do. Like every time I'm like, okay, this weekend I'm going to try to run that line. Nope, it's been freezing. Nope, it's been raining. Nope, I've had things to cook. So, I mean, I just cook with less lights. I do have, I mean, now I'll jerry rig some stuff, and I do have lights in my garage when I need them. I have a generator that I can run if necessary, and I backfeed the power into the outlets, and can turn the lights on. But I can't really film a video while a generator's going, so that I can have light in the garage. I mean, again, a hindrance. I do also have a battery inverter that uses it's a battery pack, or a power station, actually is the best way to put it, that uses 4 of my DeWalt batteries, and that works for a while. But again, that doesn't work for, I won't say hours, but it doesn't work forever. So there's that. So that, again, another hindrance. And like I said, I've been waiting for it to get warmer, and then I can rent the machine. I need a trencher. I don't say a tiller, a trencher. I actually bought the wire already. That was $500. And when I run the wire from my house to the garage underground, like I said, I'm going to bury it this time. I'm also going to bury Ethernet cable out there, within the same run. And when I bury that, then I can put a wireless, like a hotspot out there, and I'll have better internet in the garage, and I can like maybe set up a TV in the garage, and actually be able to set up and watch TV out in the garage. Because I was so far away from the house, it was kind of impossible. Steven, he says, "Hey yo, Dash and Peeps, good evening. How you doing this evening?" Brisket Medic, what's up, man? How you doing? Zach is here. Uh, Brisket, man, I said mix it up, Dash. Make it happen. Waste some money, like we do. Man, I don't want to. I don't like wasting money, man. I won't say very irresponsible, but I was irresponsible as a youth, and I am paying for it literally now. So I got bills to pay, man. Hojo says cooking needs to be fun and relaxing for me. When it becomes a chore, I step away for a while. I agree, Hojo, but you know what? That money, it just be calling me every time I think I'm going. I just, I don't know if it's Tony Montana or uh, Godfather or whoever. It just keeps calling me back. I'd be like, that's okay. I think that's Tony Montana. Yo, the money, man, the money. Every time I'm like, man, I'm not doing this. And then I want to say what's crazy is I've been doing like little side cooks on the Traeger during the week. Look, I'm working, but the Traeger literally is 7 feet on the other side of this wall. So I can get up in the morning, do what I need to do, log on, start some ribs, like start a couple racks of ribs, or yeah, this is mainly what I've done. I haven't done anything big like nope, I haven't done anything big like some brisket or some pork shoulder. It'll be something simple, something small, ribs, and I'll basically start something while I'm working. And by the time I'm done work, I can go ahead and take it to deliver it. And I mean that extra couple dollars in my pocket, man, it's fantastic. Fantastic. I've been doing more as far as trying to um, do more investing. So any extra money, I've been trying to invest. Like what's crazy, I actually had a yard sale find. I bought a bag, and I was able to sell the bag. Some of the things that were in the bag, it just like crazy. There was stuff in the bag, and I was like, oh, all right. I guess somebody didn't clean off the bag. Just like, let's say hardware stuff, but just some random things that were in the bag. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and sell these too. So, but I bought the bag for a couple dollars, and I ended up selling the bag. Really nice bag. What is that? I can't really see it. Those are for mommy. Yeah. We they're because it's like coconut things, right? It's coconut.
There's a mango, coconut, and another.
Yeah, just let those be for mommy. Thank you. And just what's going on with your eyebrows? They're legit 45-degree angles now. I don't know if I turn. No, it's not 45. Wait. Nah. Maybe that's a 45. If I'm turning to try to level this one, and I don't know. That's just how they always been, I say real patchy, but that's what they do. I think it's just the light. Sounds like a job for digger number one and digger number two. No, sir, Grumpus. I know better. The $80 or so it's going to cost me in the trencher and the X number of hours, it'll get it done, and it'll be much nicer and neater. Nope. Sorry to hear about your power issues. I didn't know. Best of luck getting that repaired. Yeah. Free Chachi. What's up, Chachi, man? How you doing this evening? She'll be studying for her final exam in high school. Yes. Steven, how old is Jacqueline now? What grade is she in? I mean, She's gotta be about the same age as maybe Taste Tester. I don't know if she's the same age as Taste Tester number 2 or Taste Tester number 1. Um, but in that sophomore, junior in high school, Blind Man Cooking says, how far is the garage away from the house? I measured about 85 feet from where the box is in the house to where the box is in the garage. But of course, you need, my electrician friend said 10%, like measure over 10% on either end. So if I need 80 feet, he said, another 8 feet on the side in the garage, another 8 feet in the house, just, vertical up and down. So I ended up having to buy, I think I bought a 100 foot run, 110 foot run of 6'3". Yeah. So those of you guys who know what I'm talking about, like I said, I spent $500 just in cable. Maybe bury a big conduit for future pools, 2 inch or 2.5. So Grumpus, I have been contemplating that, but I really did not want to bury conduit because the conduit is so very expensive as well right now. The conduit is going to be, I won't say as expensive, but it's stupid expensive as well. So I'm going to do direct burial. And that's the whole thing. Like, if I would have done, like, what is it called? There's whatever the specific name for not direct burial, like inside a conduit. If I would have done that and the conduit, it would have cost me about $750. But because I'm doing direct burial cable, it only cost me $500. Now I know, I won't say I'm screwed, but I know this is like a one-time thing. Can you hear Taste Test number 1 cooking? He kills me every Wednesday. Don't be that's the grind right there. One of the put the money calls you. Yep. Chachi's a free Chachi. Equivalent to 12th grade. All right. Yeah, Angela says, "What is Taste number 1 frying in there?" Let's see. Nice, but love to send you prayers out to her on that. Yes. Pharmacist, nice. Victor says, "Whoops, it's Wednesday. Howdy, y'all." What's up, Victor? Brycer says, "Just stopping by to say hi, Dad." Yes. What up, Brycer? What's up with the van? The van is going to cost me a lot of money to get repaired. And you know what, man? Every now and again, when I drink enough, I'll be like, I'm going to pull the van in the garage and take it apart myself. And then I kick myself because I'm like, I don't have time to do anything as is. And if I were to try to say I'm going to spend an hour or 2 working on that van every single night, can I get it done? Possibly. Because I would use it as an opportunity to let you guys keep me motivated. Because I'm like, if I tell you guys about it, that I'm going to work on the van in the garage, then you will hold me accountable. You guys are very good at that. But at the same time, I'm like, I already don't sleep very well because I'm doing different things in the middle of the night, trying to get projects accomplished or taking care of things, or let's say edit a video or film a video. And there are times when I'm just like, I can't. I know there are limitations, like physically, mentally, and I still have to be present, or I still want to be present for different things that are happening in my house. So, as much as I would love to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna take it off to the garage and I'm gonna fix it myself. Yeah. Dude, I know I've said this before, but Taste Tester number three's birthday is on October 25th. She'll be 12 this year. So she's 5 years older than Taste Tester number three. Yay! Which basically makes her the same age as Taste Tester number one. He is 17. He will be 18 in December. Right? You can't hear me. He's got headphones on. Jacqueline is a senior. Yes. Victor, then that won't make her grand senior. Yeah. Kent is here. A druggist. Angela said 2 weeks ago, y'all were legit planning a man trip. Yeah, trust me, I would love to. Darnell says number one needs to do ribs every Wednesday night until we all say he got it right. Funny thing is, he just fried some ribs. I swear he fried some ribs. I know that's what it is because my wife found some country style ribs, and actually, it's my fault because I saw them at the Giant. And I was like, oh, look. I said, there's a pack of country ribs over there, so on sale. Them yellow stickers, they just be calling me. They be like, Dash, Dash, take me home and cook me. Dash. Well, these are pork. They were, well, it was pork, but it was country style spare ribs. And country style spare ribs. And I was like, I don't want no parts of that. And I mentioned it to my wife. I said, hey, there's some country ribs over there. They're on sale. And she's like, ooh, Texas number one might want to cook those. Great. So, again, this is my fault. This is my doing. That condiment will seem pretty cheap 10 years from now when you want to get Cat 20 to the garage. So I'm running Cat 6, Cat 6E, whatever the highest standard is right now, basically. But here's the thing, Grumpus, and I trust me, I thought about this too. I only have Cat 6 in the house currently. I think I have, because I just did a new run of Cat 6. From right above where I am, which is where Taster's number three's room is, which is where the router is, and I have a 8-port switch in her room, and then from there I have hardwired into our bedroom where I have a 4-port switch. I have actually, shoot, it might be 2, maybe it's a 4-port, but anyway, I have 2 wires running into the boys' room, one hard wire into Taste number one's laptop, one hard wire that goes into their room, and then downstairs into the family room, which is where when I do live streams and the TV is behind me, that's the family room. And in there, I have another 4-port switch that one goes to like a video camera system, a TV, the PlayStation, and then I have one that runs down into the basement to another 4-port switch. And actually, I think the one in the basement might be an 8-port switch because no, it's 4-port because there's a TV, PlayStation. Oh, so the one in there is for the Blu-ray player, not the PlayStation. Blu-ray player, but in the basement, PlayStation, TV, extra cable so that like if my wife wants to work from the basement or if I want to work from the basement, we can hardwire in and not be a problem. And from there, I have open ports, so I want to plug in and run one of those ports, run a hardwire out to the garage, where I will put wireless access for for a TV out there, or for cameras out there, for cell phone, all of those things. So, yeah, I mean, I've thought about it, and um, Kansas State Southern Prairie, October 25th. My youngest two kids are October 26th, but 3 years apart. Nice. Have someone fix Vanna, buy the boys some shovels, and have them dig that trench to your garage. Money saved. It's not going to be, trust me, Victor. Um, the trencher is going to cost me all of $80. I think it's $70, and I'm sure they're going to tack on some sort of tax or insurance or something like that. And just said fried ribs is a southern thing. Yeah, well, dig the trench. Damn autocorrect. I know, Victor. Run the water line in the same trench to the garage. Victor, it's too cold here. And the water line, if I was to try to run water to the garage, I would, you know what? Now that you say that, damn, I might be able to bury a hose at the same time. But the problem is, I'm going to be trenching down 12 to 18 inches. 12 to 18 inches is not below the frost line. That being said, I won't say it's going to be too cold, but really it's going to be too cold for me to, I can't put a water line in there. I wish I could, but I can't. What up, Johnny? How you doing this evening? Johnny says, hello, everyone. Sean, what up? What up with you? Don't be the grind to your project. Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there. Upgrade to RG8 and be a man. Sure. Grind to being one man show. People think this stuff is easy. Yeah, definitely. My goodness. No springers yet, Victor. Man, locked. Still. Oh, Don. Or is it Don? I didn't even see you come in. I'm kind of behind, as you guys can tell. Yeah. Did you fry those ribs? Kind of, he says. So you sauteed the ribs?
Yes.
He shallow fried them. So I need you to turn the light on and shallow clean up that stove. Dude, you what? It was nothing on there. There was nothing on the stove. Then I need you to wipe it off and clean it. Bruh, did you just... What have I cooked over there?
I cleaned up the countertop and the stove. Like, the part that's not under the hot...
He's telling stories, y'all. He's fibbing.
You want to come see?
I don't want to come see. I'm comfortable. I really don't. But the problem is this. I get tired of cleaning up behind you. So, when was the last time you saw me cook in that kitchen? On the stove?
This is my first time cooking on the stove.
I know because you haven't been here. But here's the thing. I want you to realize, I don't cook on that stove. I don't cook on the stove because I get tired of having to clean up after you guys before I can cook. So if there's a mess on the stove, and then mommy comes behind you and she cleans it, because before she starts cooking, she wants to clean the stove because she doesn't want it to be a mess and a whole bunch of mess on the stove. So I'm just asking you to clean up behind yourself. If you feel like it's clean, then cool. If you don't, then cool. But the problem is, you are cooking. You made a mess. You fried the heck out of something over there. And there's no way that there's not grease and everything over there. None.
Literally there is, but I cleaned up everything like.
There is. That's there. Then that you should just stop. Right. Put the period right there at there is. Make it so that there isn't any longer, please. I don't know how to run a shovel. I'm not running a shovel. It's water. Yep, water line. Brisket Medic says dig it deeper. The frost line here is 4 feet. I can't afford to buy a trencher that's going to trench that deep. You just remember to shut the water off before it gets cold. That doesn't work, Angela, because if there's any water in the line, it will freeze and burst, and that'll be all she wrote. And it will take all of one winter before that happens. For me, I'm sure. Quentin says, Stigs will be the death of me. Stigs? Quentin says, hey, yo. Luke Calamadas, he says, Dashy Dash, what is going on? What's up, man? Victor says 24 inches will be below your frost line. I speak from experience. A ditch witch will do 24 inches just as easy. Don't pass up that opportunity. I looked it up recently, and I swear it was the frost line. But see, and this is again. So this is where I'm like, I looked into it, and there are hindrances. So where I'm going to run the water out from the house, it's going to be exposed because I'm going to run everything out under my deck and then into the ground, as opposed to running it directly from the ground from my house. Now, even when it gets to the garage, I'm not going to run it, and it's just for the wiring purposes. I'm not going to tunnel into the garage and do like I don't even know how to, I won't say explain it, but I don't know how to run a direct burial underground into my garage. My garage also is not climate controlled. With that being said, I'm going to have to more or less blow out any moisture or water in that line because there's going to be elements that are going to be exposed for the water line. That's not I won't say not a risk I'm willing to take. That's not something that will, there's way more, it's way more trouble than it's worth when I can run a hose from the side of my house or the back of my house out to the garage. And so here's also the kicker. When I run the hose out to the garage, I can only use it when it's warm enough, which is 3 of the 4 seasons of the month. If I were to run a water line out to my garage, I would still be using it at the same time. I can't use it in the dead of winter because it'll freeze. It's way easier for me to just run a damn hose. Lou says, barbecue fam, how we doing? We are doing, Lou. We are doing. Quentin, I know I said hi. I just want to make sure I said hi again. It just sounds crazy just to wake up. You know, have kids and wife to control. Contend with. So I don't envy you. Yeah. Not 3 kids. He did not do either. He actually seasoned and fried them. And I'm not even going to utter those words that you wrote, Brisket Medic, Zach. I says, yeah, I just snuck in after supper. Lose his own man tastes us #1 at the ribs again. Yeah, he's got some, like, they're like country style ribs. They're not rib tips, but I don't know what the hell they are. I think they are like rib tips, but he said they're just like big slabs of meat. He said country ribs, but I really think they're trimmings from the spares. Quentin says, hello everyone, good evening to you all. Hope all is well. Dash, your earpiece doesn't work. Doesn't work still. Is it? And I don't know. I do it for your daddy because he's your daddy. I just have one wife and one kid. Yeah. No family of 5 for him. Good night. Doug, can you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Can you put that chicken away?
I did put the chicken away.
You did?
Yeah.
Why is the pan still sitting there?
Because I didn't feel like it.
Really? I will take care of it. Did you put the potatoes away?
No, I didn't. Can I just put them straight in the fridge? Or do you want them in bags first?
Are they warm? I still haven't really.
He made this like plate of sweet potatoes if you want it. It's like ready to go already.
Yeah, but I don't like eating after him.
Do you want to make you something?
Nah, it's good. Don't worry about it. I'll make something once I'm done. Look, Angela said she had the same conversation with your little cousin this afternoon. I get tired of cleaning up after you. You make the mess. I didn't make the mess. Yes, indeed. Jimmy. It's don't worry. Just put it in the refrigerator. I'm probably not going to eat it. I am 17 minutes behind on the chat. No, I'm not. I'm 3 minutes behind. Shut up, Quentin. Johnny says, "What's a frost line?" Damn it, Johnny. It sucks that Victor. Oh, all right, man. Good night. Dash. I bet no wireless water routers in the future. Y'all some stuff. 42 inches is the frost line. Bring smoke. Yep. Johnny, we don't have those down here by us. Yeah, RTX BBQ. That's why all your stuff freezes whenever anytime. All your stuff breaks and all your PVC and all that stuff like that is cracked and broken every time it freezes. And it freezes down there at least once a year. It is frozen down there in Texas once a year for the past 2 or 3 years. Bumpy, 6-year-old, so I know your pain. Yeah, I don't have MU working and cooking then. Sounds like you need to hire someone. I need to hire someone for lots of things, Johnny, but the way my pockets are set up, that's just, yeah. We only bury water lines so we don't trip on them. Grumpus says, we bury them so we don't trip on them. Chew like a camper is easy. People do it all the time. Filled with vodka. What? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm not wasting. That's alcohol abuse. Your foundation might be 4 inches, but your water line should be fine. I'll call you. Victor. So Victor's the whole thing is I'm not drilling out from the foundation out to the house, and I'm not doing that. That's just not something I'm willing to do. And Victor, I appreciate it, but I know you have great intentions, but that's just not something I'm willing to do because I already know that I'm going to end up having to replace hoses and replace fittings and other things like that. How I know? Because the exposed portions of my hoses that are out on the house already, I've had to replace both of them. Both of them. When it has gotten cold enough. Even though they are cold weather rated. It's one of those things where I won't say I know better. I used to replace hoses almost every single year because I would forget to turn the hose off or I would forget to empty the line out. And it would just be not necessarily I would forget. It would be I would get caught with my pants down because it would get colder than I expected it to get. So at this point, I'm like, I know better. I know better. Even this year, I stopped running water. I stopped the water early, early, uh, down to the garage because I know that I'm tired of replacing hoses at $25 to $50 a pop every single year because I'm telling you, man, it's though I know you have great intentions, it's just not going to work. It's not. It's far easier for me to just run a damn hose. We just lay a hose in the ground and channel view and hope Christy don't hit it with the lawnmower. That's exactly it. So my the guy who cuts my lawn, he knows that I have a hose running down to the garage, and he is he watches out for it, looks out for it. Marlon, what's up? And he says, "Hey, yo, Dash," or actually, it's Dash. um, and Brisket Manic says, "And hope Randy doesn't shoot it." Quentin says, "Marlon." That's what Chrissy just said. Yeah. Brisket Manic says, "I love you, Dash." Yeah, yep. Shoot, 3 minutes behind. Let me catch up. Country ribs are usually trimming from pork bellies. Really? Did not know that. Well, oh, okay. Look, Don says country ribs by me are pork shoulder cut in the strips. Mm. If anything, I would venture to, I don't know. I didn't really get a good look at it, but it could be trimmings from the shoulder because it didn't seem that they were very fatty. So Clinton says, "Bumpy, you up late again? I see." Yeah, and he can't get enough. He wants to hang out with the cool kids. Rice said, "Put it in conduit. Put it in conduit. Still got to go into the conduit and out of the conduit. That is the problem. Not necessarily where I bury it. Um, the I don't know. Let's say 4 to 6 foot run where it's going to be exposed is where I'm going to have the problem. Even if I bury it, let's say if I buy I want to say buy, but if I rent the expensive trencher and I trench it, put it in 18 inches, which is still not below the frost line, it's the exposed portions are where I'm going to have problems. So a lot of people had problems. Same, I'm gonna say, those of you guys who are in Texas had problems if you had a well, the exposed portion of the pipe that 6 to 12 inches of pipe that was exposed into a manifold or whatever it is. That is what I'm envisioning is going to happen here. I know it gets cold enough. Um, I'm just not going to do it. Bumpy said, "And Q, that's my cue." Everyone. And I don't appreciate the Baltimore slander last week, people. I will be listening. Yeah, he listens tomorrow. And I mean, it's not slander if it's true. And it's also not slander if we're not speaking it to like a couple hundred people. Those were facts, Bumpy. Facts. So when you pick this up and you see this tomorrow or later, yeah, tomorrow, you could be like, all right, you got a point. Because it's true. You could drink the vodka when it's time to go camping. Uh, Maria, how you doing? Maria, you had me wanting to do a fish fry. I saw you guys frying some fish over the weekend, and I was like, dang, we haven't done a fish fry in a little bit. Maria says, "Hello, Dash. How you been? Hello, chat. Good night, Bumpy." Dash will tell you good night in 17 minutes. Both of yeah. Both of them? What's the them? Yeah, y'all funny. Mm. Damn is who wrestles. Damn. Oh my goodness. Y'all are not funny. Yes. Yes, we are. Y'all didn't claim us. We don't claim y'all. Love the one Maryland. Love the one Maryland and Baltimore. Y'all funny. Damn, you can pay a guy to pay your lawn. I can because I can't afford to buy a lawnmower, or I haven't bought a lawnmower. Um, and it's not the paying someone to do my lawn is because I did a crappy job at cutting my lawn because I didn't want to do it. Um, Making my wife happy uh with the way the lawn turned out. Hold on 1 second. Because I wasn't doing it was great. I swear I hear someone sleep. Can you guys still hear me or no? Can you guys hear me or no? This is knocked out on the couch. I'm like, I hear someone sleeping. Could you guys hear me while I was walking around or no? I have a great idea. Why don't you just run a hose? I do run a hose, KB. Marlon, Peter, I'll tell him Mr. Natty Bow. Yeah. Ready to come in? I said pork butts, not belly. Oh, okay. Medic, no problem. But this is wonder. I agree, Victor. I beat up is in order. I'm still only 3 minutes behind. 2 minutes behind. Caught that Tuesday. Country style pork comes from pork butts. Didn't know. Rice is a very popular cut here in God's country, yeah. But at this point, he's a one-hit wonder. Nope. PD had that North Carolina song, and then he had all cities same song, just the chorus had cities, and he did How You Like It with Sierra. We just insulate our exposed parts. I've literally taped a cooler around my RV hookups before. Huh. How cold is this when you live? That's all. Drilling. Yeah, but he also doesn't have water running out in his garage. Brittany Smoke says, "Hey, yo, I gotta go. Good night, man. Can we all agree that when spraying down roofs, you just use plain water? um, Before you go do anything, let's have a phone call. Remember, I ran underground construction for a decade, huh?" KB says, "I agree. Water spray works. I mow my own lawn. I have a zero turn and a push mower for the hills. Yeah." Angela said, "I literally just had a chat with my neighbor who's going to teach me how to ride the hills. Where do you live? It doesn't normally stay freezing long enough to freeze pipes. Last 2 years have been unusually severe. Yeah, I guess you're right." Angela says, "Marlon, my Q7 makes an appearance every now and then, but other than that, everything is electric. And I'm off grid living except for my actual electric. I need to go solar for max benefit." Yeah, yeah, no running water. That would be a huge battle because I'd have to cut out a lot of concrete. That is my thing too, because in order for me to be able to put in like uh a one, in order for me to get the water from outside of from out of my house, I'd have to drill into, I don't say the foundation, but I guess it would be the foundation because it's at the basement. But I'd have to drill into the basement And then once I got out to the garage, I'd also have to do some drilling into the concrete in order to to try to protect it. No. And though insulation Zach is a great idea, it gets too cold here for that. Um 6 likes, that's all, and 26 people in the chat. I feel like from this point I should be known as Cousin Marlon. I mean, Marlon, I think you good. Let's see, because then I'll have to heat all the water. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's another thing that a lot of people don't realize. My garages are not temperature controlled. They are. It is hot as hell. Well, it's not really that hot in there in the summer. It does get warm in there, and when I'm cooking, and that's when it gets warm. Um, and also in the winter, it it gets cold, and the thing is, it stays cooler in the garages. So there are times in the winter when it is colder in the garages than it is outside. Because that cold, it just doesn't shake, like it doesn't go away. Um, and of course, it's cooler in the summer. But still, it's just because it's like in the shade. But once the asphalt shingles get the sun on them, it's hot in the garage too. Uh, Grumpy says, I see 23 likes here. So you might have to refresh the page or something like that. Angela says, you got to earn your family right, Dash. As to dose you in filling. Mm-hmm. Concrete slabs retain the cold. Yo, cuz, did you get my Philly text? That video was awesome. It was, and so, I also Philly. Yeah, I did see it. I didn't, I saw it, I guess it was first thing this morning or yesterday morning. But yes, indeed. The trolley stop, Spaghetti Warehouse, Love Park, the gallery. Yeah. I was like, wow, this is. What's crazy though is I didn't go to a lot of those. I have not been to a lot of those places. The trolley stop or the trolley car or whatever it was called. Wait, um, your cousin, my baby brother, worked at the trolley car. He worked there. Didn't he work there making milkshakes or something? So I'm like, wait, and I had never been. I have still not been there. The gallery, didn't go to the gallery that often because it was in Center City. Spaghetti Warehouse, I'm not ashamed to admit I have never been to the Spaghetti Warehouse. There were a couple things in there where I was like, this clearly wasn't made for me, because it wasn't in my part of town. But there were other things in there where I'm like, I know about that thing. That just wasn't my thing to do. Brisket, medic, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Dash way of catching up on comments is to say hi. Yep. Hey, yes, you. Right, right, right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Is that ever just thought of getting a water tank in there filled with water hose every so often? You have a gas line in there. I don't have a gas line. Nope. There's no. It is only thing that's run out there is electric. You just set a heater to keep around 45-50 degrees, which that wouldn't be a bad idea. I really would. So I have a water heater technically out there, but then I would have to run natural gas, and like there's so many, I would say so many hurdles, but it really is not meant to be like it's what I'm doing out there is not meant for that. Um, in order for me to truly have running water out there in the garage, it would take some doing. It's like I said, it's not climate controlled. There's no heat, no cooling, no gas, no, I mean, aside from propane. And I'm like, that would just be an added expense for me to heat the water all the time for when I'm using the water maybe 6 to 10 times a month. It's just not something I'm willing to do. I mean, look, there are a few times a year where I have gallon containers that I fill with water, and I take them down to the garage and I use them in the smokers when I need them. And I'm gonna say that's it, but I kind of just limit the water usage when it is colder out there. It's in the cemetery, wall garage. Take much to heat and keep it warm. No, so it's a cinder block. Um, and it there's no insulation out there. The I'll say windows are open, but the roof isn't insulated. Like I actually thought about trying to figure out how to better insulate the garage. And again, money I don't have. Like money I'm trying to do other things with. I don't have the disposable income that some of you guys might have. Uh, Angela said I was laughing because I had been to 3 of those diners. Yeah, but there's different. Yeah, I went baby bro when he worked there. I'd never been. Like he worked there and then he hadn't. He wasn't. Then he was working at the movie theater for a while. Um, but I mean, I'm not going to Philly to go to a diner to spend a whole bunch of extra money, and I'm not, or especially not the movies. Yeah. Grumpy says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I missed your busy answer. I didn't realize you were caught up on the chat so quick. I'll be down in DC, Baltimore all weekend, and Water Beer has our name all over it. You have my number, Quentin. You let me know when you are free. Um, what am I doing this weekend? Oh shoot, I have a uh, Taste Tester number 3 has a choir, like not a revival, some sort of thing where a bunch of choirs from the archdiocese are getting together and doing a whole bunch of singing. Yay! There goes my Saturday. So Saturday evening though, yeah, man, we can definitely get together and hang out and chop it up. Um, Grumpa says, run a gas line before you cover the ditch. Let's all go remodel Dash's damn garage. Come on. Yep, you come remodel it and pay for the demolition and the remodeling. Like for sure. Listen, the last thing I did for those garages, I spent no lie 10 grand on putting a new roof on the garage. I won't say it was 10 grand I didn't have, but it was 10 grand I didn't want to spend on that on the roof of the garage. But I make a lot of money out there, so me making sure that I could be out there, like I'm telling you, if you go back and watch some of the older videos, the garage, like you can hear the drips from the garage. It was so bad, and I would have to set the camera up in places and spaces where it wouldn't get dripped on. Or I would be not moving around the drips, but when it rained out in the garage, there were, I'm gonna say leaks everywhere, but there were a good dozen leaks in the garage. And the roof in the garage just needed to be replaced, and I ended up doing it. We replaced the roof on the garage. So it's 2023. So it's 2021 in the midst of the pandemic. Yeah, it was a thing. Marlon says gas lines and a ditch with the way Dash drive. What could go wrong? I gotta get to bed. The healing zaps my strength. So good night, all. Victor, take great care and get well soon, man. How's the weather where you're at? The weather is nice this weekend, and we fired up the perch outside. Today's weather was rainy and gloomy, so it has been gloomy here since Saturday. Actually, Saturday I was supposed to be cooking at there's a church pretty much right across the street. Like I could throw a ball from where my house is to where this church is, and I was supposed to be cooking it at the church on Saturday, and the event wasn't canceled, but me cooking at the event was canceled. So I was like, no problem. They paid me already, so now I'm just holding on to those funds, and they're going to be doing something at the church again next month. So, all right, cool. The only problem with this is I've been paid for today's prices, but today's prices are not tomorrow's prices or next month's prices. So who knows what could happen between now and then? But yeah, uh, we'll just let Dash write the checks. Yeah, nope. See, I already nope. Already said that y'all bring the money too to do those renovations. Ed and fam got food. Poisoning. Don't know if YouTube likes that. At Spaghetti Warehouse years ago, I went the day after and was preparing all day to get sick and didn't. That is too funny. Angela says, good night, Victor. Happy healing. Yes. Good night, Victor. Quentin says. Don says, good night, Victor. How much is spray foam in your area? I don't know. I don't want to look at World of Beer, Angela. I don't want to know because, in all honesty, the priority for spray foaming is going to be my house. Our attic is exposed, and I know that's probably our biggest energy loss. So I need to get my attic spray foamed, and you can get spray foam like, let's say foam, but you can get spray foam put in retroactively into exterior walls. And again, I would like to look into that. But I have a very old house, and it is, I'll say, very inefficient. But yeah. World of Beer, best wings I've ever had. Really? I don't know about that, no. I just made 3 gallons of salsa tonight because I never had and wanted it to. Throw money away. 3 gallons. Yeah, sure. I'm a public servant. I'm broke AF. I don't know. Okay, sounds good. I'll let you know. Yeah, come on out. So, next Friday, Cinco de Mayo. Oh, damn it. Tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Friday. It's Cinco de Mayo. Um, Victor's birthday is Friday. Quentin, this is tell my cousin to hit me up. I believe I'm owed some babysitting. Angela said it's cold here. Forgot about Cinco de Mayo. Me too. Maria says, all right, y'all, I'm calling in tonight. Take care, everybody. Maria, thanks for checking in, stopping by and checking in. All the best to you and your family. Really, thank you so very much for hanging out and, stopping by. Really, really thank you. I got a spray foam in between my floors as the house was built. Best thing ever. Yeah. Some of us don't have new construction. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. My house was built in the late 20s, early 30s. And when I say I could go through, I really wish I could afford to go through every single room in this house and take every little bit of drywall and rerun electrical and rerun, like I'd run Ethernet ports in every single room. I'd run, we have radiant flooring in our bathroom. We got our bathroom remodeled, and it's electric radiant flooring. But yo, so nice, so nice. But that bill though, that bill definitely went up. New construction isn't all it's cracked up to be. I agree, but there are things, there are ways that new construction is way better than retro um, renovation. Because my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Oh, check for a spray foam tax credit in your area. That's a good idea. Um, I know that insulation tax credit. Learn about different insulation product types. Oh yeah, maximum credit allowed $1,200. Not that $1,200 isn't a good thing. Yeah, I don't know how much. Um, Texas, not sure. State Fed. I used to own a contractor business. All my stuff was spray foam weather. When other projects happened, and we snuck it in. I got the old farmhouse, and that's by far the worst project I ever did. Even worse than when I put underpin underneath half of the house. So we had a bigger basement. Put in underpin? What's an underpin? I was glad that this county is mandated to use 4x6 wood, so the thickness of wood does make it feel like I got more money's worth. Okay. 9 feet. Huh. Yeah. So here's the thing. The main, I'm gonna say main, the main portion of my garage is 25 feet by 50 feet. And I know for sure, I don't know what the pitch is on the roof, but I know that roof is, like I said, I wish I could tell you how many square foot or whatever the roofer's term is, but it was like, crap. There's a term for how many shingles they used on my garage. And I can't remember what it is, nor do I remember the number. But yeah, actually, so the installation credit is 30% of project cost with a maximum amount of credit of $1,200. So yeah, in order for me to be able to take advantage of that entire $1,200 or $1,300, whatever it said, $1,200 credit, I'd have to spend a lot of damn money. It's just, it's frustrating. It really is. A square. Thank you, Johnny. I think I want to say it was double digits, like 15 to 20 squares. Um, I don't remember exactly what the measurement dimensions were, but I'll tell you this. I ended up having to buy plywood because they had to put all new plywood on the roof in the garage and all new plywood on the roof from the patio, which goes from the side of my house around the front of my house. I bought 80 sheets of plywood. 80 sheets of plywood. Yeah, Brisket says just guesstimating your garage would cost $13,000 to $15,000 if you have 10-foot walls. Yeah, but if I had a drywall, it would be at the lowest beam, which would drop it to 7 feet. So I'm leaving it exposed. Brisket Medic said probably 20 to 24 squares. I'm sure I could probably look up the paperwork, but I feel like I got robbed because when they came in, of course, you guys know the whole bait and switch type deal. They came in and the person looked at my roof and he's like, "Oh, it's gonna be X, Y, and Z, right?" And then when they get here, they're like, "Oh, it's so far worse than we expected. We're gonna have to tear everything off." I'm like, "All right, well, y'all tear everything off. I'm gonna go buy the plywood," because they wanted to charge me like $50 a sheet for plywood. And I'm like, "Yo, I know I can get plywood for $20. Why am I spending twice? My paying you twice as much?" And like I said, I needed 80 sheets of plywood. I spent $2,000 in plywood, more than $2,000 in plywood. It was almost three in plywood alone, right? And they're like, "Well, because we know what we need to get." I'm like, "Bruh, you want what? Half-inch plywood? Okay, I'll go get a half-inch plywood." I took Vanna and I went to the Home Depot and I ordered. It was 77. I think it was 77 sheets of plywood. To the point where the guy was like, "Well, it's like 75 sheets on a pallet." I'm like, "What?" He said, "Yeah, you can have a whole pallet." I'm like, "Well, damn. Okay." So he brings out the pallet, and I'm like, "Well, I need 77." He said, "Well, I'll give you two more sheets." He brought the pallet out on a forklift and like lined it up to the back of the van, and we slid each one of them damn sheets off of the forks on the forklift into the damn van. Like I took the trailer and the van over, and the guy was like, "I don't think your trailer is gonna be able to handle this weight." And I'm like, "Well, how much do they weigh?" He's like, "Well, each sheet of plywood is like 40 pounds, and you want 77 of them? You do the math." And I'm like, "Well, can we just put them in the back of the van?" And he's like, "I don't know if your van's gonna be strong enough to hold them." I'm like, "It's a 1 ton truck, dog. Like, it's good." He's like, "This is a 1 ton that says 250 on the door." I'm like, "Trust me, it's a 1 ton. Like, the doors have been replaced." He said, "All right, I think we'll be okay." Man, man, it was leaning. But I got them sheets of plywood home. 3 sheets of plywood per square. He says, "Ouch." Yeah. You probably find a calculator online because the contractor uses satellite measurements of your roof. They don't measure it. Dude, these guys use measuring tapes. Um, Exactament is what we used to call it, Johnny. Yeah, El Barrio, que te paso? Exactament, yes, indeed. Michael says, "I'm cooking tomorrow for someone. I want to know your opinion on how much to charge. I'm cooking 10, 10 St. Louis slabs and 10 whole chickens. Can you just give me a ballpark, brother?" So here's the thing, Michael, and I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. I don't cook like that. Um, Whole chickens. The last time I charged for chickens, I was charging $15 per chicken. Chickens have gone up in price. What my recommendation is to figure out how much each of those things is going to cost you. Cost you, and then multiply by 3 and round up. You're rounding up for your materials, your aluminum foil, your gloves, your seasoning, your other things like that to help offset those costs of the things you can't, quantify. And I don't cook St. Louis spares, so I can't help you there because I don't cook them because I don't know what they cost. But if I were you, I get my chickens from Sam's. Right now, the last time I think I saw chickens, like when I priced chickens at $15 a pop, that was when the chickens were 99 cents a pound. I don't know what chickens cost right now. Whole chickens, I don't know what they cost, but they're probably $1.50, $2 a pound. So if you figure a 4 or 5 pound bird, so let's say it's a 5 pound bird, and these are just guessing, exactimates as we just talked about. So let's say Sam's, you get a 2 pack of chickens, right? That 2 pack of chickens is going to be, let's say it's 16 pounds. 16 pounds times $2 is going to be 18. Excuse me. No, 8 pounds. So I'm sorry, 4 pounds per chicken times 2 times 2 for $2 would be $16, right? That $16 you want to charge 3 times what you're paying for food. So 16 times 3, 30, and then 6 times 3, 12, 18. So $48 divided by 2. That's charging $24 per chicken. Something along those lines. And that's just, and now mind you, I don't know what the cost is per chicken. So, but you need to figure out what the cost is per chicken and then multiply that by 3. And then that'll help. But then I'm gonna tell you to round up as well. So let's see. Let's take this to the calculator. So let's say chicken 1.5 times 8. No. 1.5 times 8 is 12 times 3 is 36 divided by 2 is 18. So you might be able to get away with $18-20 per chicken, but it's just going to get expensive quick. So what I stopped buying whole chickens, and I would just buy boneless, skinless breasts and boneless, skinless thighs. You get a much higher, I won't say yield, but it kind of depends on what you're doing. And then the St. Louis spares, I really don't have an answer for you for that because I don't cook them. Angela says, depends on where you live and what you paid. Yep. Barrio says, what are you doing? A pop-up or really to drive up this weekend from the Hacienda brisket sandwiches? We are doing a pop-up or really a drive up this weekend from the Hacienda brisket sandwiches. Nice. Just so you know, the market in my part of Texas, I have a 1,350 square foot home with a high slope roof, and it's going to be $7,500 to get the roof replaced. That's because I have a business hookup. Normally would be $11,000 to $12,000. Yeah. We sell whole slabs of pork spares for $30 a slab, and we'll buy them for $1.87 a pound, usually around $11 to $12 per slab. More than enough information. Thank you. No problem, Michael. I mean, I'm sorry that I can't give you a, oh man, that's going to be X, Y, and Z, because it's going to be the way the market is set up right now and how food costs are. I evaluate almost every single job every single time. I have been burnt when I say using old information or just going off the top of my head and kind of guessing. I tell them point blank, hey, I'm going to have to get back to you once I check current market price. Once I check, yeah. Barrio says, that's pretty close to what Dash is saying about the multiply by 3. Dang, I need to cook or be in the business end of this. I really do learn a lot from y'all. That's a nice way to say thank you, Angela. And it's crazy. Like, I really do appreciate you being here and hanging out with us, Angela. Like, not for nothing. I really do. I really do. I appreciate you hanging out. So there's that. Whew. Hey, listen, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Oh, man. It's funny. I think I'm going to make a bagel. My wife bought some bagels the other day. And you know what? We were in the market, and they had whatever the Italian bread, whatever it is. Excuse me. It had it on sale. And it was on sale like buy one get one free or something like that. And normally, you guys know I am a fan of potato bread. Potato bread. And man, we got this Italian bread. I made peanut butter and jelly yesterday, and it is so not the same. I feel like one of these loaves of bread might end up going bad because potato bread so much better than them regular one. So much better than white bread, like Stroman, well not Stroman, King bread. What is that? It's not Stroman. It's Wonder Bread. That stuff. Yo, you couldn't pay me to eat Wonder Bread. No. But this Italian bread, I'm like, no, it's no good. Uh, Angela said I gained some extra cousins too. Yes, indeed. Y'all ever watch Bar Rescue? I've learned a ton about restaurant cost analysis from it. It's really great for food business info. Nice. Zach says, Zach said, heck yeah, Ange, yeah. Love me some tater bread. Yes, indeed. Bar Rescue, yeah, with is it Jake Tapper or John Tapper? I've watched his last name is Tapper. I just can't remember his first name. John Tapper, I think it is. He's he's like he's like an American I cannot think of this guy's name. Oh damn it. Oh, who's the dude that does Hell's Kitchen? Why can't I think of his name? Yeah, John Tapper. Barrio says, Angela, I got my brisket down. We serve one measuring cup per sandwich, and I get 3 sandwiches per pound. So if I get a 45 pounds of brisket, that means I can serve 130, 140 sandwiches easily. Gordon Ramsay, yes. Dave, um, John Tapper is like an American Gordon Ramsay. There we go. He knows his stuff. Like, knows his stuff. He can be nasty, but he's nasty in a good way. Like, he breaks these people down. Gosh, indigestion. Time to take indigestion pill right now. He breaks these people down in the best way possible and helps them. It's I have definitely seen Bar Rescue. They did a Bar Rescue on a restaurant that's close to here. It's in It's called Phoenix or Dragon Phoenix. Is it No, it's just called the Phoenix. And they came in and I don't know if it was Bar Rescue. It was one of them TV shows. And it was the bar is in Ellicott City, and it was after the flooding here in Ellicott City and in Baltimore City as well, here where I am. So anytime you hear of flooding in Maryland, in it's an affluent area called Ellicott City, just know that there's most likely flooding where I live as well. And like I said, I live in Baltimore City. So, but they get all the attention. Gordon, Dave Ramsey does financial business. I want to get up with Dave Ramsey too, because I need to get myself out of debt. God, I was stupid when I was younger. So there's that. Both of them kind of do. What? I can't stand Ramsey. I'm not going to be someone's stupid sandwich. I mean, I didn't hear Financial Peace University. I didn't hear Financial Peace University. What is that? I didn't either, for the record. I don't know what that is. But I do know people who have been using Dave Ramsey and have gotten out of financial. Brisket Medic said, I started YouTube to get out of debt. Now I am broke AF more. I've helped other people get out of debt with it. Financial Peace University? Dave Ramsey has Financial Peace University. Never heard of it. Financial Peace University is Dave Ramsey's class. Oh, okay. I mean, the thing is, I know what I have to do, but I mean, I just yeah. Day one, you cut up your credit cards. Yeah, sure. Sure. If only. If only. Now, I mean, I have I have oh my gosh, come a long way. Ricer says I think most of us are broke on barbecue YouTube. There you go. He hit it right on the nose. But Ricer, I also think that a lot of people are broke on barbecue YouTube because I won't say they cook mm, frivolously, but I say it all the time. A lot of the videos you see me doing are me cooking for hire. So I'm kind of double dipping. Where a lot of people on YouTube, they're cooking, they're just cooking, and they're taking money out of their pocket, and they're cooking. Excuse me. Cut cards, debt snowball. Live like you're broke AF. I have no choice. And then pay cash for everything. Yes, brisket medic. All those things are very well. And the hard part, the sad part is I know that. But my whole thing is where I am today is much better than where I was. Shoot, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Um, and I always say, oh, I was dumb when I was younger. The majority of my issues stemmed when I got laid off. Um, I got laid off, and I made decent money. And going from making decent money to making zero money, guess what it does to your credit? Oh, it wreaks havoc on your credit. I mean, I know right now, I know I don't have an 800 credit score, but my credit score is over 700. And when I went to get my, I won't say went to get my car, but when I went for financing for my car, I had a hell of it. Like, the credit monitoring that I use is 25 to 50 points lower than the other one of the other credit bureaus. And they use the highest credit bureau. And man, oh man, I felt good about my credit situation when I saw the number, because they have to disclose that number to you when you purchase something. And I was like, what? My credit score is what? Like I was happy about to do a backflip. So yeah. It says I put them away, but I don't totally cut them up. I can't cut them up because incidental things happen and emergencies, and I just there are things that I know I should not be doing. There are things that I know I should be doing differently. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I'm just, this is what it's going to be. And my wife and I did the Dave Ramsey classes. Best time spent ever. Everyone should check it out. You won't be sorry. You might feel a little stupid though. Marcus, welcome. Glad he could wake up. Glad you could wake up and join us. Probably. Were you sleeping on the couch or were you out and about? Hopefully you were out and about. Aloha to you too, sir. Zach says I buy multiple briskets on sale and freeze them throughout the year. We have a family dinner every Sunday, so once a month it's brisket. So here's the thing that I too buy briskets when they are on sale, but the hard thing is I can't always afford to buy briskets out of pocket. So what I end up doing is I will buy briskets with my business, with I won't say business funds, but if I have a bigger event and the business is purchasing food for the event, I will also purchase some briskets. I will also purchase some seasonings and some foil and some this and some that, to the point where I have very little or no business funds left. Hence the reason my business takes care of itself. Yeah. So we're gonna skip over the ribs being spread with sprayed? Spread with just water? No, I guess we are. Cause ain't no way you're just gonna spray ribs with water and not, you know, not put some seasoning on them. I'm gonna pay cash for a nice vehicle. I'd rather have a truck payment than a mechanic payment. Yeah, there's like give and take on either. Cause I have a truck payment for one, and I have a mechanic bill on the other. But a lot of the things, again, this is where I save money. I can do a lot of the work myself, the mechanical work myself. I am frugal to that point where I am a DIYer. Like I will do it myself. Um, ooh, I gotta make sure that the car is charged 100% so she could drive it tomorrow. But like my wife's van needs rotors, front rotors. I can do that myself. I'm not paying someone to do that. But what's crazy is we were about to head to Florida in December, and the day or so before we went on a trip, I took her van into the dealer because she wants to get all the oil changes and everything done at the dealer because she has a they give us a lifetime warranty on the on the vehicle. So taking it back to the dealer is actually saving us money in the long run for unexpected things that are starting to pop up. Now the van is 5 years old. But while at the dealer, they were like, hey, the van needs brakes. I'm like, you know what? I can do the brakes myself. Don't worry about doing the brakes. And I'm like, wait a minute. We're traveling down to Florida tonight. Well, tomorrow. It's 20 some odd degrees outside. So I'd be outside in the garage in the freezing cold working on these brakes, front and rear. I'm like, you know what? Go ahead. Do you do the brakes? You guys do the brakes. That ended up costing me like $400 or $500. But you know what? It didn't cost me. Like I didn't get sick. I wasn't out in the freezing cold. Like it's crazy. So yeah, there are times when I will pay for things, and there are times when I'm like, ain't no way I'm paying for that. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Rick, what's going on? He says hello, hello, hello. Bloop, bloop, bloop. But yes, no one ever dug themselves out of a hole. Yeah. Uh, Dash, if you do the class, you'll get a max benefit of the accountability if you take the class in person. If you haven't already, it's time to hit that thumbs up. Thank you. Have a gas card so you can always get to work. Cash for everything else. So Grumpus, it's crazy. I use let's say I use the Sam's, but I use the Sam's card, and I guess that's it. I want to say it, but yeah. Marcus says, "Wake up!" Definitely out and about trying to figure out how not to burn the place down. Yes, indeed. Grumpus, I'll take that under advisement. I've had multiple setbacks and still climbed out of water, but I don't have a business to run support as well as 3 layoffs. Longest one was 4 months. Uh, just want to feed my kids for a week and buy brisket for the year. Easy peasy, Jack says. And he is the EV, so no gas. I do still have 3 gas vehicles. You got to remember, there is my wife's van, which is a gas vehicle. There's Taste Tester number one's vehicle, which every now and again I do put gas in if he helps me out and or runs a bunch of errands for me. I'm not that guy that's gonna be like, hey, run across town and do this or run across town and do that. And yeah, thanks. And I also have my Passat, which is diesel, which is more expensive. But I have not filled up the Passat. I haven't filled up the Passat in weeks. And I am down to about a little over a quarter of a tank. So I need to put fuel in the Passat now. Well, I don't say need to, but I should put fuel in the Passat. But the price of fuel, diesel fuel, has gone down recently, so I've been like kind of waiting. Fueling up the Passat is like dabbling in the stock market. Um, Zach says I DIY'd a paid off Jeep. My truck is full of computers and diesel technology. I ain't got the tools or computers for that. You know, it's funny. Funny you say that. Look, this is a friend of mine gave me the diagnostic. Um, I don't know if you can see it. There it is. This is a Rostec cable for the VCDS, which is the Volkswagen Computer Diagnostic System. Maybe I'm just guessing, but anyway, I can go in and do a lot of different things in Volkswagens with that cable. I just have to download the Rostec software onto my laptop, and then I can use that cable to interface into the vehicle. And then I also have, everybody should have one of these. Just a regular basic scan gauge. Oh, look, you can see me in the reflection of the scan gauge. Just a basic scan gauge. That scan gauge was like $40, $50, and you can use it to read codes and also clear codes on a vehicle. Excuse me. Rick said no mechanical skill, but I can cook one hell of a brisket. I'm telling you, mechanical skill and being able to cook brisket. This guy, who's got two thumbs and has mechanical skill and can cook a brisket. This guy. What model? Oh, yeah, I don't care about the Jeep. All right, Dash and chat. I'm out. Have a good night. Thanks, Ricer. Be easy. Plastic is easy. It hurts to hand over money. Yeah. You know what? Grumpus, I've definitely done a lot of consolidation. I won't say as of late, but a lot of consolidation. And it is definitely helped and has put me on the right track. Um I have There's just things where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, screw it. But I do have things set up to be paid automatically. And there are other things that, like my cell phone bill, the bill for the tolls, like Easy Pass, things like that. I do try and cover those expenses, so that I'm not accruing more. But there's always something pops up, and it's like I'm sending the credit card company, let's say $600, $700 a month, and I'm spending 1,000, or I spent 1,000, or I spent 1,300 this month. Um, and it's just like there are times when things that pop up unexpectedly, and it's unfortunately it just happens. Good night, Steven. He says, "Hey guys, gotta run. 5 a.m. comes fast. Have a great rest of the evening. Thank you, Steven, for hanging out. If you don't already hear me, I have a diagnostic cable and a laptop just for my F-250 using forescan, not foreskin. But the tools to fix a new diesel truck are so expensive, you could just buy a new truck." Yeah. Angela says she needs a scan gauge. Yeah, for that Q7. I mean, yeah. 24 JKU Sahara Unlimited. We don't care about the lifts, upgraded brakes, and it's BRAKES lockers or homemade bumper with a winch. Ew. Got the truck in Virginia, so it tells me to do the inspection every 3 months, and Maryland doesn't require that. Got the truck in Virginia, so it tells me to do my inspection every 3 months, and Maryland doesn't. Oh, yeah, true. Is that just did belts and hoses on my 95 Wrangler. First time since new. 73,000 miles on it. My gosh, 95 Wrangler, 95 with 73,000 miles on it. Oh my goodness, that is ridiculous. Jimmy, there's almost 29. There will be, before the weekend is out, there will be 29,000 miles on the ID4. 29,000 miles on the ID4. And I've had it for 10 months. I want to say it'll easily, we might be 32, 33,000 miles on it by the time the end of June happens. And 1 year with that thing, it might even be 35,000 miles. Shoot. I got half the mileage in 95, 2005. And like, I can't do the math right now. Zach says, love our Jeep Jimmy. My wife has to remind me as her daily driver. We have 3 Jeep Honor badges for it so far. What's a Jeep Honor badge? Government paid for most of my mileage on vehicles over the years. Yeah. Angela said just over a year, and I'm at 30,100. Nice. Yeah, I'm on. We're on catch and surpass Angela probably, but and I feel like Angela and I almost drive the same mileage for the most part during the week, because you drive to work 3 or 4 days a week. But where I'm probably gonna catch her is every now and again we go on a road trip on a weekend, and those what probably pushes me over. You earn a Jeep Honor badge by complimenting or completing Jeep rated trails across the country. Oh, can I get a honor badge in my ID4 if I complete a Jeep rated trail? Asking for a friend. Oh man. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it quits soon and very soon because I still haven't eaten anything. Aside from that chicken leg. 3 days equals 360 miles a week. Oh yeah, we got you beat. I put 100 miles on it. She puts 100 miles on it too. So I put 100 miles on it going to and from work on Monday. She's now going to work Tuesday and Wednesday. And then all the other errands and running around. Like, what's crazy? On Saturday, this past Saturday, I put over 100 miles on the ID4, and I literally went nowhere. I was just driving around Baltimore City. I went from home to drop taste tester number 2 off at practice, baseball practice. And then back home. Then from home to pick him up from baseball practice to take him to Saturday school. From taking him to Saturday school, I went to. Did I take him home? No. I dropped him off at Saturday school. Then we went to Costco. Went from Costco to pick up taste tester number 3 because she was at her friend's house. Went from there back home where my father-in-law and my sister-in-law were at my house. Hung out with them. Then went to pick up taste tester number 2 from Saturday school, and then back home. And at that point, it was probably, I picked him up at 2. So at 2, and the driving day started at 7:30. It was 100 miles, damn near 100 miles, and I went nowhere. I tried out Q7 on my work from home days since it's local. Yeah, Audi Q7. I had a single chicken leg. I did not eat. That was not Zach, you have to make inconvenient pie. Sheesh, Audi, damn, yeah. I'm just gonna, mm, I'm trying to get to 2 hours and 30 minutes, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it because I sure is hungry. Oh man. Hey, listen, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. Uh Jimmy says, wait, do you need to do a chicken leg or a chicken thigh, but won't eat chicken quarters? I don't like leg quarters, period. But from the leg quarters, I definitely despise the legs more than I do the thighs. Um, I'm say if I had my choice, but if I had my choice, I am going to eat breast and wing before I eat a leg and a thigh. But it's like the hierarchy is wing, breast, thigh, leg. Wing, breast, thigh, go hungry. I feel like. Sean said road trip. Where are we road tripping to? Good night, Marlon. Have a good evening, sir. The great thing about my F 260. Okay, I guess he meant a 250. Other than a 250 is I can sell it for more than I bought it. I won't have anything to haul my trailers to cookouts anymore though. I have my life. Um, that's currently, but I'm sure I'm sure as it gets older and you put more miles on it, the what you pay for it versus what you could get for it will probably even out unless you just got it on the low. Oh, Sean is talking about going to Popeyes. It's a chicken wing, the flat or drum, or are the two separate chicken wings? No, a whole wing, man. I don't. Those are wing dings. If you cut them in half, there's a wing ding. I want a whole wing. I sold my 97 F-150 in 2017 with 208,000 miles on it. Damn. A road trip to Popeyes would be good right about now. Yeah. I'm chilling though. I think I had a little bit to drink, a little bit too much. Excuse me, a little bit too much to drink. I'm going to make a bagel soon. Medic said I got my 2018 real cheap. uh, who's taking you to Popeyes? I don't know. It's not gonna be me. I'm gonna take my butt over to the toaster oven and warm up a bagel and put some peanut butter on it and call it a night. For sure. Did what? Why are you calling Laura, man? Don't do that. You know I have an involuntary reaction whenever you're like that. I feel like I'm like Pavlov's dog. I'm aware. I just wanted to make sure that she wasn't, in fact, here. Listen. I'm tired. Shout out Bumpy for being here and still listening. Go do some work. Keep your eyes on the road. All right. I want to say thank you guys. If you have not already, I'm one like short from 30. If you have not hit that thumbs up button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could. Please and thank you. Where has Russ, Captain Newbie, been? Haven't seen him here in a moment. He poured him a new White Claw. You do the claws, man. I don't do the claws. Let me see the jar. I think I caught up. Hold on. Let's see. I won't say I knew I was only drinking half of it tonight. Just a little less than half. So there might be 6-7 ounces gone. But it was full past the line up to the top. I think this is a 16-ounce jar. So excuse me. There you go, Jimmy. Jimmy said, I did. Earn that thumb up, Dan. No, I will not. Has to set Baltimore Bumpy with the one-eyed Natty Bow. Yep. Grumpus says, Pavlov's dog. My mouth waters every time you say chicken. Chicken leg. Ooh. Well, then you might not want to see the bone, the chicken leg, what the remnants of the chicken leg. Oh, shoot. I set off, my car keys are in my pocket, and honestly every now and again, but I feel like I set off the alarm in my pocket on the ID4 way more than I should, and now I'm looking out to make sure that the hatch isn't open, because the hatch was open earlier. Jimmy says, night, guys. Have a great rest of the week. Later, Dash. Yes, indeed. You guys take great care. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and get something to eat before I go to bed my damn self. So thank you guys so very much, as always, for hanging out. I really do appreciate you guys. I can't say it enough. I really do appreciate you hanging out with me. So thanks again, and I'm gone. And listen, night, y'all. Zach says, night, Jimmy. Listen, night, Jimmy. Good night, everyone. Be safe. Drink more water. Yes, it's WOUDER, Zach. Grumpus, good night, sir. Good night, Dash, and everybody. Grumpus says, all right. Good night, John Boy. Good night. Next person in line. Good night, Mary Ellen or Sue Ellen or whatever the hell her name was. Good night, other person. Good night. Good night. All right, fellas and ladies, thank you so very much again. We'll see you next time.